Hello, Internet! It's been a while since I've done a vlog or anything like that, especially because I dropped out of the one class I was taking this semester, so I didn't do any of my grad school vlogs, but yeah. So I just thought I'd give a quick update about where I'm at and what I'm doing and what Moosader is doing, but basically this semester has been super busy. This fall 2017 semester, I've been teaching, or like the semester's over now, but I taught 6 classes or 20 credit hours because one of our teachers wasn't able to teach, and this was found out like the first week of the semester, and so we all had to kind of adopt those classes, and so I had 6 of them to teach, and it was a lot. But I got through it. I think it went alright. It wasn't perfect, obviously. You know, sacrifices have to be made here and there for, like, types of assignments and trying to make things so I don't have to grade quite as much. So, you know, it wasn't perfect, but we got through it and it went okay. I dropped the one KU class I was taking because it was just me at the apartment. It was working 6 classes. I was just too busy to do homework for another class and kind of take care of everything else. But that semester's done now. I got married. So he's my ring. And my husband's out there in the living room. Hi, husband.
Hello.
What's up? Hi.
Watching John Oliver.
You look very comfortable.
Do I?
Yeah. I'm currently taking a Hindi class at the local temple. And otherwise, I'm registered to take one more class at KU in the spring. It's going slow. I'm going to eventually try to work part-time so I can do more school, because it's very hard to work full-time and do more than one class at a time per semester. So next semester I'll be teaching Discrete Math 2. This semester was my first time teaching it, but I'll be teaching it again in the spring. And data structures, which I've taught for about a year now, but I still haven't gotten around to finishing all the video lectures for it. But I'm not sure if I will for this semester or not either. I'm preparing some written material for the students. So it takes a lot of work to do video tutorials and lectures and stuff. So the reason why I have all my CS200 like C++ basics lectures as videos is because I was only teaching 2 classes that semester. So it was really easy every weekend to just work on those lectures. But when you're teaching full-time, and if you're going to class not full-time, part-time, it's really hard to keep up with those. So as far as Moosader projects go, I'm currently, right now, working on a comic to publish on itch.io, which I think is really cool. Itch.io, originally you would post like your games to it, and you can have it set as free or pay what you want. So if it could be free and someone could pay more if they wanted to, or you could suggest like you have to pay $2, but someone could pay more if they wanted to as well. They have expanded, so now that they let you publish books and comics, and I thought that was really cool. I've been wanting to self-publish a comic or a book for a while now, and I always thought I'd just do it via Google Play, but I like the idea of publishing on itch.io, so I can make some free stuff, but also you can pay a little bit more if you want to, and then maybe have like a series of items where maybe the first thing is free, and then you have a few things after that for a few dollars each or something. So I'm currently working on just an easy language reader comic, so you know when you're learning a new language, you get a book that's like, here's a story with easy words, and you know it's an easy reader, but this one's a comic, so it can be for multiple languages and just kind of a little comic book form. I think the pro of using a comic format for a reader instead of a book format is that you are just speaking only in dialogue. You don't have to say, and then Rachel got up from her chair, because people don't talk like that much. When they're first starting out, they're going to usually say stuff like, I like this, do you want that? They're not going to be speaking narratively, so that's why a comic is good for that form. I'm also making a board game for my cousin for Christmas, and so we beta tested that. I tested it with my sister a few nights ago, and that was pretty fun. That's just something I'm doing for fun. Also, during the winter break, I'm working on a little book about starting off with RenPy to make visual novels, but also just kind of how to use the Python along with it and do more than just what's on the very base getting started page. I had started writing a book about using Pygame, but since I want to have more of the people I'm collaborating with be able to write code on their own, I thought RenPy would be a good place to start, since it starts off, you can write a simple script, do little branching things, and then you can get into more complex programming from there. So because I wanted to kind of ramp up my team faster, I'm having... There's a cat behind me. So because I wanted to ramp up my team faster to be able to help out with the programming side of things, I thought we would work on some visual novels. And I've been interested in working with RenPy for a while now. We've worked on a few things, but nothing to completion, but I like kind of customizing the menus and the way it works. So previously we worked on a game where it was in like a weekly cycle, and then every week you would be able to do this or this or this. You'd choose where to go, and then events would occur, and then it would tweak variables and counters and stuff, and then build the story from there. Less of a linear experience and more of like a cyclical experience, and then as you keep going on down some sort of event path, the more you progress towards the end of one of the storylines. So originally my cousin and I were working on that game, but we had to stop just from life busyness, and again, like I haven't done much of any game programming over this semester. So hopefully in this coming year we'll be able to work on that more. I'm also interested in making... My cat's being naughty. Another thing I'm interested in doing with RenPy is making more adventure game type games. So almost using the engine to make something in the style of Myst or a first-person adventure. So that was one of the things I was trying to work on with the Attack of the Mutant Lawnmowers remake. And that's just kind of gone slowly because, again, I've been super busy, and it's not even something that I'm... Attack of the Mutant Lawnmowers isn't something I'm super passionate about. I just kind of started on it as like a proof of concept. So that's kind of out there. I've been working on my project notebook and trying to think of ways that we can work on new projects in 2018, get more people involved so that we're all collaborating together and it's not just me as the pipeline, where if I'm the main person programming and I get busy with work and school, then everything kind of halts. So my goal is to try to teach my team a little bit more about programming so that they can kind of stand on their own 2 feet and get stuff done working on these visual novels, and then otherwise just coming up with ideas for things and keeping track of those are blank pages. Keeping track of the ideas, keeping mock-ups and stuff. So yeah, right now I'm just working on my comic, and I have a little micro game that I've been wanting to work on, and after Christmas we'll be planning a new visual novel project to work on, and who's all going to be a part of that. And just otherwise, my 2018 goal is to try to keep more of a balance. That was also my goal for last year, but with work being so gigantic and all-consuming, I just wasn't able to achieve that. So definitely this year, I'm committing to spend more time on Moosader, as well as, giving the fair amount of work towards my day job, towards school, towards my husband, and socializing. Socializing is also something I have not done in the last 4 months, so I'm trying to get back on track with that. But yeah, that's just a little update of what all I've been up to. I was going through the old Moosader board and looking at the old competitions and just, oh, good times. And also someone commented on the 10th year anniversary of my Pick and Sticks video, and so that just reminded me of man, I know I've been programming for a long time, but even just making the YouTube tutorials and the little games and following other people's game dev projects on YouTube, that was a big part of my teen years and my young adult years. And now it's I'm getting older. I'm 29. I'm going to be 30 next year in March, and now I'm trying to like build something a little bit more concrete than just being like this little amateur solo programmer working on tiny things by themselves. So I'm trying to build something a little more concrete, trying to build up a team. I want to build up a company. I want to try to have some sort of income source growing, and then try to do good through my company. So right now, like, Moosader's been in an LLC for a few years now. We haven't really done a lot, but I hope that I can spend a lot more time and effort on that coming this year, with having just a partner here to help me share the workload of life and all of that, but also working a little bit less and focusing on school a little bit more, and that might give me more time to work on game programming as well. But also learning to manage other people and continuing to make educational resources to help other people learn. And in general, just kind of try to teach everyone, inspire everyone. That's kind of my goal, is use Moosader as a way to help people make games, whether they need to learn the skills or the confidence or just have a community to talk to or anything else like that. So that's it, I guess, for my update. So hopefully I'll be posting more interesting stuff that we're doing in 2018. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all around.